No, nothing's changed. You're older, but not didn't get to celebrate, couldn't go out and have a dinner and get a birthday dessert at the local Mexican restaurant. No no Pancho Villa this year. And I just let Jack out. Hi, Maria. I just let Jack out. I said, okay, good. You want out before I start the video? I'll have to let you in. Right. And then he barks once in. And I go for his bag of treats. And it's not there. You know what happened? The bag of treats fell on the floor. He got to him and ate the whole thing. So there's no treats to lure him back into the RV. So he might bark out there a while. He's barking at something. I seen something fly underneath something black. Phew, it was like a bird or something, had to be. And it went under and up under the grill of my car. And it moved so fast and smooth, it had to be a bird. Yeah, my birthday today. And my mother's birthday, but she's been gone for 31 years. I was born on her birthday. I was supposed to be on the 30th, and they gave her a shot to keep me to delay delivery for about an hour. So I was born like 12:45 a.m. on her birthday, and I was the most expensive birthday present she ever had. Went to my first concert on my birthday in 1966 at the Circle Star Theater. We went with me and my mother on our birthday. Went to see Herb Alpert on his birthday. If you look it up, this is Herb Alpert's birthday too. Herb Alpert and the Tijuana Brass. Yeah, those guys. That was my first concert. I was in second grade. Just yeah. Yeah, she was a great mother. Well, I guess I was probably her favorite, being born on her birthday. That maybe that's why my sister is so damn jealous of me. My sister didn't even like it that I was gonna get oxygen for sleeping from the V. I hung up on her. She's jealous because she's not a veteran. I hung up on her, and I blocked her on Facebook and everything. Oh, screw that. You're my sister, but my sister doesn't give me crap about getting my health care. She's not even concerned. It's like, I'd rather if you just died, Bill. Like a lot of people, the other channels and stuff. And that the thing with Lisa West, or Woodson, whatever she wants to go by, she was dead on. It's a contract. It's a trust. If you find these things, then I will put you in the contract. And but what she hasn't got is the Moses part and the relevancy of the Moses. Scrap page 105 of Once Upon a While. I saw the mammoth tusk, so I know it's right next to the mammoth tusk. In the book, it's real close there. And the things I covet. See, it goes from the mammoth tusk to the things I covet, Well, here's Moses. Where? Here. Okay. And the reason there's several reasons Moses is the blaze, because when he when he bailed out of his plane in Laos and watched his plane crash halfway up 1,000-foot karst, explode into a fireball that he knew would attract unwanted attention. For one thing, that's a blaze, the fireball of his airplane blowing up, crashing halfway up 1,000-foot karst. Well, people have been within 500 feet. That's because well, it might not be 1,000-foot karst. It might be a 600-foot karst, So he had to adjust it, say 200 feet. Yeah, about halfway up this cliff. And that's where I found Moses. And the wooden Moses is the perfect likeness of the Moses at the blaze. That's where Moses received the 10 Commandments, as he carved this one. He was using that one there where Moses received the 10 Commandments as the model to carve this Moses, because it says he's a perfect likeness. He carved a perfect likeness. Okay. And it says Moses was an important person. It's important in the very important in the chase. He is the blaze. So these are the things that are part of the contract. You find these things. You find my trove of memories. Moses is one of the memories. Him sleeping at his school desk is one of the memories, and that's on the canyon wall. His pile of airplanes is laying there by the creek along the canyon. His Thoth figure that he got from Egypt, Thoth is in the forest there riding an ibis through the forest with a big, this Thoth is 30 or 40 feet tall, and it's hidden in the woods. And the other thing I keep going. For whom the bell tolls, I found the rock form. It looks like a hand holding the bell, ringing a bell. He talked about Osiris. Found Osiris in the river or creek, whatever you want to call it. It's hardly big. It's hardly that big to call it a river. Something you can jump across at a certain time of the year. It is not really a river. There's Osiris. Okay, I not only found Osiris, but Osiris has his penis. So they've been looking for Osiris's penis for 4,000 years, is it? Well, 5,000 years, whatever. But there I found Osiris with his penis. And I can show you pictures of it too. See, there's a bird or something out there messing with him. Something out there teasing. I don't know what. Maybe it's a bat. I don't know. Don't eat the bat, Jack. And he did. He totally ate half a bag. It's a 25-ounce bag, so he ate 12 ounces, 3/4 of a pound of jerky sticks. Gone. He doesn't usually bark like that, though. Bat has a virus, yeah. Let's see if he comes in. Come on, Jack. Come on in. Come on in. Leave your friend out there. Where is he? He's down there somewhere. There he is. They're going to watch you, Jack. See? Open the door for him. And he stands out there unless I give him a treat. Now you got no treats. You ate them all, Jack. You ate every one of them. You ate the whole bag of treats. So I don't have any bait to bring you in. You want to stand out there and bark, or do you want to come in? Huh? Am I showing him? I can't tell. There he is. Come on, Jack. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Follow the phone. Come on, dum-dum. Come on. I wish he didn't eat that bag of treats. Come on, Jack. Yeah, you got another way to do it. Show him an empty bag. Come on. Come on, Jack. He said, you can't fake me out. I know there's none in it. Come on. Come on, buddy. Come on. You ain't gonna come in? We got the, see, they're gone. He ate the whole bag. They were up here. They were right here. I keep them right by the door, and they fell off the shelf onto the steps. And I found the bag up by the driver's seat of the RV here. Come on, Jack. Come on in. You ding dong. Ding dong. Come on, Jack. Don't play games. I got the heater on. Now I got to put that on my shopping list. Come on, you ate half a bag of treats already. And you think I should have more for you? You already ate them all, Jack. Come on. Come on, Jack. Show everybody you're a good dog and you do what I tell you. Come on in. Come on in, Jack. Come on, ding dong. Get in here. Come on. No. You see, he's looking underneath. There's some animal under the RV. Come on. What's under there, Jack? Huh? What you got under there? Okay, I'm going to close the door. You can come in? No? Okay. We'll see you. What am I supposed to do? I don't have his, if I had his little beep collar thing, but he's not, he knows he's not wearing the collar, so that might not. Yeah, I don't know. Speak if especially Exodus. Yeah. It's spiritual stuff. The stuff that the treasure chest leads to is before there was any Bible. Before it's BC. Come on, Jack. Come on in. Come on in. If I start heading out there, he runs away from me. Thanks, Whoopi. I was trying to get Jack come in. The bag of treats fell off the shelf and he ate the whole thing, and now he won't come in because I ain't got a treat to give him to come in. So, so yeah, Lisa, her husband's a lawyer too, and I know 4 lawyers that agree with me on my solution. And all the guys at Lewicki. Was just watching the replay of what's Lisa saying. Yeah, she's got it nailed down, and K-Pro, it's way over K-Pro and Mike's heads. They don't have a clue. Hey, in Forrest Fenn's scrapbook, 250. I thought I had it on. There it is. With all that's going on in this country, wisdom told me not to venture outside except to get more firewood and teach Willie what stay means. Stay means to hold off, to put something off. You know, like it's over, but we're putting it off. And Willie, he named Willie after I had Willie the Mammoth. And I'm Bill. So Willie is a Bill or William. His brother was a Willie, you know. And Henry VIII, I am. So what a stay means, all these lawyers and stuff know what stay means. Stay of execution. You know, so is the poem is the treasure, is the stay. They're waiting. Just wait. It won't be long. He ain't got, he's practically almost 90 years old. When you're 90 years old, you know you don't have long to go. Some things are scary when you're 60, you know. You go, shit, man, if the doctors don't start listening to me, I ain't got much time to go, you know? Hey, J.A., how you doing? Thanks, Captain Marvel. Yeah. That's one thing. There's ranks and stuff. The ranks like captain and major and all that. There's no sex to them. Those are unisex, they call it. It applies to either. There's no gender implied when it's captain, right? Or major. Well, we know Major Fenn's a man. No doubt about that. Hey, Davio, I caught up with you. I just caught up with Davio. We're both 62 now. There might got to be some mathematical thing to that. I was born on my mother's birthday on the 31st. We had 31 birthdays together before she passed away, and I've had 31 birthdays without her. So, yeah, that was cancer got her. It was a bowel cancer on the outside of the intestines. It wasn't on the inside, so they didn't see it. 62 is young, yeah. I got two of my doctors have the same name, and then my nose doctor has the same name as the guy that carved Moses. So the one that carved my nose related to a wood carver, right? It is cooled off some. I went and flew the drone yesterday to see if I can get some of that going. Let's see. Oh, that's here. Yeah, that's on that. And that thing there. Yeah. this one. With no sound, right? Yeah, no sound on it, but that's okay. It's just a noisy drone. And I'll turn it around. Boop. It's on my little screen. See, Jack's up here. That's Jack running up there. And that's the Mammoth Parade. See, these are mammoths. See the elephant trunk coming down, and there's another elephant, another one, another. It's a whole row of mammoths. And look at this guy laying out front. It's a couple, I guess. But that's the Mammoth Parade. That's the mammoths. That's Jack knocking at the door. And he won't come in unless I give him a treat. So he didn't want to come in all that time I had the door open. He's going to be okay. And you see this person laying here and their arm coming down here. There's their butt sitting there. There's somebody, there's his head. He's just sitting there lounging on that mammoth. And this area up here is where they had to, yeah, it's a Mammoth Parade. And I took Sean Dodson. I took him here. Sean's seen the Mammoth Parade and been on top. It was very windy, so if you see the drone rocking around, that's because it was like 20, 25 mile an hour winds. It was 55 degrees and snowflakes flying. I think I go fly over the mammoths again here. What do I do? Okay, flying around and you see the people in the forums. I think they made these rocks. It's like that right. I'll pause it. You know. So right here, this area is the big flat area. I figured there was a lodge house or something up here, but this is the Mammoth Parade, and the catwalk's right on top up here, walking down. And me and Sean, we went up here, and he stood up on top of this rock here. I'll continue I think we're gonna fly over it and check out the catwalk of the Mammoth Parade. You can see the catwalk there, the flat area in there. I thought my phone was, I'm tilting the phone to correct for the picture, but the when it's tilting, it's going against the wind in that direction of the tilt. Trying to get my bear. Where am I? And you see all these ones way up on the top here, they're all sculpted. The mountain in the background there is a pyramid. There, it's now you can see the catwalk. See the catwalk? Right up this catwalk thing going right up the back of the Mammoth Parade. You can see that hallway right there. And that's not that was built that way. This would be the lodge area where in this flat area here. And look inside here, this thing, there's figures around those rocks. It's a lot better on my computer than on the view. There you see the catwalk there. And Sean Dodson was standing right up on top of this rock. That's me right there. And I got curious about them two holes that were on top, because there are two holes on top of several of these going down the way. I think they might have maybe poured oil in them and lit them on fire, and They're like gas lanterns, maybe. So I can't get the drone too low because of the, you see I'm on the other, going around the Mammoth Parade from the front. You see this figure standing right in front here. See, that's like the doughboy of the Pillsbury Doughboy there. Trying to get a view of that side. Yeah, I flew the drone. There's the catwalk. You're looking right down the catwalk there. And I think they might have, it might have been the stockade or the, where they would put the mammoths on, like a mammoth auction, you know? You go buy your mammoth at the auction house. and these stones here are maybe the corral for where they kept the mammoths in there. Kind of like the mammoth elephant pen at the zoo or whatever it would be. And this is where, see, there's the catwalk, I call it. You spin around too far. It's running low on battery. I'm digging it back to land it. High altitude, you don't get as much battery time on your drone. See the guy in the window there? Yeah, I recorded this yesterday. See, it looks like the back of some elephants, huh? So that's about where Sean was standing, where the drone was right there. Well, I fly over to those rocks. You see the eyes on that one rock looking back at you? Man. Yeah, I'm at the top of the picture. Okay. I'll find another one. Oh, see if people are taking how's the Crusaders fact, not fiction? The Crusaders, on the video is the really good shot of the mammoths before here, I'll get it on there for you. See, there's right up to the head of the mammoth. There's a little cave in there too. Right there's the good shot. You see the elephant head here with the trunk coming down. That is perfect landing. Usually I should end the video before I land because sometimes it landing shuts the video off and you lose it. it just shuts the whole drone off, and so it doesn't save the video. So when it's doing that, you want to stop recording before you land and cause that. Deep hole, yeah. Mercy. What hole? More than an ounce. Let me read the run. I was 10 inches or 10 forest mud. Your name is written in the rose. Yeah, he has 2 F words. His name is 2 F words. That's double blazes. That's where double blaze and the double blazes, the 2 middle fingers, flip them over. It's a cow letter. So it all makes perfect sense. And his father at the back of the books is, or he says, my father's busy lighting candles, some of them at both ends. Those are each one he's lighting is a blaze. And how many candles is he talking about when he says some of them are at both ends? That's more than 2 are lit at both ends. He probably had enough. Well, I showed Forrest my picture of what I call it, Forrest Fenn's totem. I have a video. Look at Forrest Fenn's totem, and when I show him Forrest that, he goes, "Oh, so you found it? Except there's 40 of them, right?" He has 100 blazes in his yard. So if there are blazes in his yard, but you got to go find one somewhere out there. What does he have 100 of in his yard that you would call a blaze? He probably has hundreds of memories. He has some memories in there that people he wouldn't talk about. Those are blazes. The blazes are his memories on the canyon walls. He talks about going down the Bighorn River and reading all the stories of the ancient murals on the canyon walls from the Indians. Light in the, yep. Big, never saw a saint laugh or smile. I met a cardinal. The guy, he was a cardinal. I met a cardinal in Hawaii at this little religious monument. It was a cross with, and people leave for some people who died or something. And the thing was, I had brought the last girlfriend who left me for my buddy. I took her to Hawaii after her daughter died to try and, reduce some of the drama stuff, and she was mad at me for bringing her to Hawaii. I couldn't believe it. But anyhow, there was a guy that said this guy did a little talk at her funeral, and he had wrote a poem about leaving 2 quarters, because they had only lived a quarter of their life. It was two people that her and her boyfriend were killed by a truck driver who had gone over his hours for the day and was on the wrong side of the highway. You can't praise all truckers. You can't praise the ones that do that shit and kill people, But anyhow, he did this poem about these 2 quarters, And when we got, and her daughter wanted to go to Hawaii too, so I took her mother because her daughter couldn't go. But and we got to this monument, and there's a cardinal there, and everything, and the two quarters sitting there. That, yeah, it gives me chills now thinking of that. Because it was so more than real. It's a sign from God. It's like the little bunny rabbit I took a picture of before I found the Buffalo Cowboys car. And if you don't know how the Buffalo Cowboys car is braving in the wood, you had to be brave to lasso that buffalo, and you had to be brave to ride in that car with his brother Skippy and their friend. And what happened? They crashed in the creek and got wet, and it was cold, and he was barefoot, and he had to walk home 4 miles in the cold, and he didn't realize how much fun it was until much later. In other words, it was worth the cold because it was so much fun, and he had to be a brave to lasso that buffalo, and then that's a Model A. The Buffalo Cowboy car was a Model A. The car his father's standing on the back, changing the tire or whatever, that's a Model A. Georgia O'Keeffe, her car that she did her paintings in, she was in the back seat of her car with the easel against the front seat, or she had the front seat turned around, the easel and the painting in the back seat, and would look out her window and paint what's out her window right there inside her Model A. Those are Model A's. He prayed for D's. Okay? But I got an A because I got a Model A. I found it in the D of the word wood. That's why I was there. And what the hell is that? It looks like a gas tank. And it had the 50 caliber hole, and in the book, the Buffalo Cowboys car, there's a bullet hole photoshopped onto the car. I'll put my finger on it and then turn right there, the bullet hole in the gas tank of this Model A. And I found a Model A with a bullet hole in it. On the computer is even on the right side. What do we got? Yeah. Her and Quanah Parker would have had a good time. And Quanah Parker, his mother was Cynthia Ann Parker. If you follow Cynthia, she's a clue. My Forrest likes her. She's a clue. Cynthia Ann. A. The Model A. You got it. Yeah. It's too late. You can't get it. So, yeah, when Forrest, he says in the scrapbook, with all that's going on in this country, wisdom told me not to venture outside except to get more firewood, blazes. Firewood could be a blaze, right? And teach Willie, his dog named after me and Willie Mammoth, to what stay means. Now, he's always told you to look up what words mean, and he has stay in quotes. What stay means? It means to put it off, put something off. He's putting it off until he passes away. Never forget to take your place in your name. Heaven and earth will rejoice in infamy. Yeah, try and get those type of things from the Emerald Tablets of Thoth. They'd be more relevant. Because he has that Thoth figure. He has some Egyptian figures, right? From Egypt, from some tomb in Egypt. He says he really loves the Egyptian figures, right? And they talk about Egyptian stuff in the Grand Canyon, but nobody ever show you a picture of any of it. Show people pictures of the Egyptian stuff here, and they're too blind to see it or too stupid to believe it. Because people are brainwashed by what they've been taught. And when you come up with something that is Egyptian stuff in Colorado, that's unbelievable. Yeah, it's unbelievable to a lot of people that have been brainwashed by the education system. they don't have a clue because they don't know how to find something that ain't been ever found before. And especially people with PhDs. They're not going to believe nothing because they have all this conflict going in their head from their teachers in college. Oh, I was trying to get out of that file that pictures. Yeah, and he talks about the Saturday Evening Post and what's his name? He's one of them that his name kind of rhymes with a canyon wall. Oh, it's Rockwell. How about a rock wall? Aren't canyon walls rock walls? And if you find a rock well on the canyon wall, you're doing really good. But yeah, that figures in many places. And the Skippy's helicopter. I got this thing all around my post there. That's Skippy's helicopter contraption. Oh, that's, so his helicopter contraption. He talks about it being some kind of washing machine, your gearbox. It's a gearbox. And here's the propeller blades strewn all over. Well, the rotor blades started turning slowly and fast, and the whole machine rolled over on its side, and parts started flying through the sky like missiles. So here's the parts that are laying around, and this is an inset picture, but that's the same. This green thing is the same thing, different angle. Inset picture. Hey, Jack, chop, Jack. I was there on my thing, but they wouldn't let me post. They blocked me from their chat. He's blocked me from their rooms. There's his pile of airplanes. You can't see the cockpit and stuff, and that's his pile of airplanes. And the cockpit here, the hood is a Piper, and here's the T6. See, and there's even a guy in the window there. That's his pile of airplanes right alongside the creek. There's Going Peace. You see the fingers bent down here? And the two, it's like this. Well, it's the opposite. It's reverse of that. It's like this. That's what's there. Okay. So that's this hand right here. And look, there's a face right here looking at it. There's Moses. Door's not shut all the way, so he's bouncing off it. There's Moses. It's perfect likeness of his wooden one. And look, he's standing on an elephant. That's an elephant. That's a mammoth he's standing on. And there's these people over here. Look, see, this is a face here. The white face. I'll zoom fast, closer. Yeah, this is in the chin here. And there's another person here. And remember, it's 14,000 years old. There's erosion that has washed away parts of these figures. These aren't fresh frescoes. No, you can't help the loss. Yeah. Okay, this is a little further back. You see Moses is. That's where Moses is. That's how far. You can see the blaze from that far away. And these two people standing here. There's somebody up here in this window. Look at him. You see this figure in here? Is he got a sword? It might be in a. Oh, he's got a bird. The bird, the dove. And look right on the back here. There's a couple people kneeling there. This guy's got his head buried in there. He's kneeling and worshiping. This is a mammoth head he's on. So that's one of the blaze. That's the main blaze. There's where his will is hidden in the poem. Their will. Your effort will. Yeah, your effort there will be. Here's your four kings and a joker. There's Enki, Thoth. We'll call him Moses here, but turns out Moses is really Thoth. And Anubis. That's Anubis. This is his mouth. That's the dog-headed Egyptian god of the dead. And the Joker is Forrest Fenn. I just put a blaze over Moses, around Moses. A couple Omegas. And he says on Jenny Kyles that that success is an omnipotent guru. So yeah, this is why it says the poem will only lead an omnipotent guru straight to the treasure. So if you're not spiritually guided, you ain't got a chance. And why did I find all these things? Because I was spiritually guided. Let's see, there's a guy inside there. And these are heads all around it. You see him looking up? And you see here's the head right here looking up, touching his nose. Oh, and this could be the crescent. Even. Yeah, out of these thousands and thousands of symbols on the canyon walls, you got to figure out which one is the one that looks like a person's standing here. There's their backside, their butt. They're climbing in, looking in that hole. But the hand of God guides the omnipotent gurus. And the hand of God is the hand signed George Washington. This shows the this is the Denver Museum of Nature and Science, and then look at the outline of these pictures, the borders around it, and there, and even there's this notch out in front here. There's this awning that sticks out. This green thing down here is the awning, sticks out. But that's a map of the Denver Museum. And look, the 2 rolls of solar panels, 2 rows of fish. Oh, where's my mouse get on thing? Next picture. Here you see the father and son lecture thing going on here. This is him, a learning curve one where he's, you know, he's telling his father, well, here's what he said. That's what you said. Look at that. There's something on there. See through the, oh no, that is that's the twigs. But there's some, like an M on the rock. And there's a T and maybe an F back under, I don't know. But, you know, a lot of these, see, there's weeds and stuff in the way. That's this drawing here, you know. The father, and look, the glasses even. These glasses with the brown hair. He says, what colors are a daffodil? If you're using a substitute, what colors are a columbine? The columbine represents the rainbow, colorful Colorado, end of the rainbow. Like Candy says, but she doesn't care if I compliment her on it, that she was right about the Red Sea representing Colorado. Yeah, and you see on the rock, there's a guy with a cap. There's his face. He's got blue outfit on, and he's holding his fishing pole here. It's like the fisherman on the. And there's no paddle up your creek canoe. Here's the paddles up here. This is an elephant here loading a woman and a girl into the canoe. You can see the seats of the canoe here. Yeah, but it wants you to find substitutes. Find a substitute, he says several times in the book. Find a substitute. A substitute for Vietnam is here. His pile of airplanes, the ZPU gun, all that stuff. I'm going to try and let Jack in again. I hit the button, it does it twice. It goes right back to where it was. Stupid phone. They call them smartphones. One of the dumbest inventions they ever had. I'll go here again. I put a magnet there for letting Jack in. Come on, Jack. Where is he? He's not there. Come on. Come on, Jack. Why's my heater making that noise? Shouldn't be doing that right now. We have plenty of propane. I filled both those tanks up on Sunday. The heater's kind of sputtering. Did you? Yeah, it's a freaking man. I got to clean up in here. I got a table saw inside my. I got too much junk in here. I got pictures on foam boards over there, and table saw, and boxes of pictures, prints that I've made, and I don't have a way to an outlet really. People want them signed, so I can't have them shipped from the printer to them, and that makes it extremely difficult. Because then, for one, I can't print what you want when you want it. I have to order. I get a dozen or so different ones, and I print like 5 or 10 of each that I order, so that I have $100 order or whatever, or try and get and then I only have those ones, and people want the ones that I didn't print, and they want them signed, and so I have to, if I go to buy one print of it, it costs me 10 times more. I have to have it shipped to me first, and then I sign it, and then I have to ship it again. So it just makes the cost go to get it done. If I had the treasure chest, I could have an art gallery and have other people handle all the BS for me, like Forrest did. Where's the Jang chest? It's at the, I showed you. It's in the Denver Museum of Nature and Science in the basement. The basement is not a structure. The basement is a foundation. The structure is built on top of the foundation. You can interpret that in other ways too, learning or religion or whatever. The foundation is the rock. And the structure is the wood on top of it. Oh, substitute. The Buffalo Cowboy car. If you're brave and in the wood, I give you title to the gold. So if you found that Buffalo Cowboy car, you earn the title. Okay? Collecting the treasure ain't going to happen until he's in the box and in the ground. You're not looking at the big picture. It's about his whole life. And the treasure hunt ain't over until he's done having us entertain him. He says he lives vicariously through the searchers, meaning we're out doing what he can't do and telling him, relaying our stories to him. We're his puppets. He's got your puppet strings and playing you. You're a pawn in his game of entertainment here. Did you have to go to self? I was already freaking isolated here. What kind of oh, that doesn't mean I have coronavirus. No. Oh, let's do it this way though, huh? That don't mean I have coronavirus. And it's my birthday. So to get rid of a cough like that, Yeah, I guess I didn't. I promise I won't be showing you my junk in any of my videos. 5 acres right in the middle. Yep. Nobody around. Yep. Yeah, I see people coming a half mile away. Yeah. Happy birthday. Yeah. Oh. And if you ain't seen the talking magpie video that's on YouTube, you got to see that. Magpie telling the crow, get ready for bed. Time to get ready for bed. Indulgence. Oh, it's gorilla cookies. Gorilla cookies. It's 27%. 27% THC. It's not supposed to smoke the stage. I don't have any dry ice. Let's see how I haven't gotten my oxygen from the VA for sleeping yet, but I got my meter tell me how much. Usually when it first starts up, their numbers are way off, and they level off after half a minute. So yeah, my oxygen is 89, and my pulse is 76, 75, 74, 73, 72. It'll be in the 60s real soon here. That cough made it go up a little bit. 71. Yeah, and they reduced my medication for my tremors. They reduced that to 60 milligrams instead of 80 because my pulse was dropping down into the 40s. That's how relaxed I guess probably just how relaxed my body is. It's like shut down. And you know, I start breathing slower and stuff, and kind of go into a they said I had sleep paralysis, so I get stage 4 sleep while I'm awake. That's part of what Forrest talks about when he wakes up and he go back to bed. I used to get 50 people watching, and I only got 11. There got to be somebody else streaming. And it's my birthday. We're having a birthday party here. What are they doing? And that's the other thing. Yeah, I try to only do one a week. I only did this one today because it was my birthday. And some people asked me if I'd do one. And there's these people. They did one Saturday, did one Sunday, did one Monday, they did one today. They do one, I think it's every day of the week that they got to put a fucking video up. Or they're not that, those people aren't that important. The ones that post a video every day about the Forrest Fenn treasure or whatever, those people, those anal retentive, obsessive compulsive profiteers. Yeah, and Forrest knows that you know, K-Pro's this is this pushy little witch, like that guy from the TV station. I want to know who Brown is. Tell me who Brown is. Well, if I told you that, you'd go straight to the treasure now, wouldn't you? he was 15% or pushy like that guy, and so he got a 15% answer. Forrest told the other guy, someone else, what makes you think that I'm telling you the truth? And in the back of the book, what's he say right here? Is Epath at the end here? I wish I could have lived to do the things I was attributed to. Now, how can you translate that? I wish I could have lived to do the thing, or I started again. I wish I could have lived to hide the treasure I was attributed to. He's playing with words and stuff. It's like the end is in my drawings nigh. I showed you the father and son thing, and he said, I didn't know Rockwell drew that. And that is because it was drawn on the canyon wall by some guy thousands of years before Rockwell. So it's a rock wall. It's a rock wall. It's not a rock well. So he's saying, well, I found evidence that somebody drew this 14,000 years before you were born, Norman. It's not your drawing. You just copied Fred Flintstone, you know? Yeah, my son called up with all of my grandkids, every one of them there, and they all said happy birthday, Grandpa, you know. And I've avoided going there because he's got 5 kids that have been in school. They stopped schools recently and they do a homeschool. And you know, and I just had sinus surgery, so I don't need to get the flu. Go over and visit my grandkids and have my grandkids bring it home from school, pass it on to Grandpa who's just had sinus surgery, you know. And I've gone into town maybe twice a week at the most, you know. Going to town, go to Walmart, don't touch things. They don't have wipes for the carts at Walmart either. They ran out. You'd think that'd be before you put them on the shelf, put them out here for the carts, you know. So I guess next time we go to Walmart, bring the rubbing alcohol and a paper towel before and soak up the paper towel, or just wear some gloves. I got a box of rubber gloves. Ah, Captain. Yeah, my dad used to tell me in the Navy, you know, if you drop your bar of soap in the shower, somebody put their foot in your ass, you know. And this guy, he dropped the bar of soap, and the guy behind put his foot up his ass, and then the guy stood up straight, pinched his cheeks, and held his foot there, and he says, I tricked you, me and you going to see the captain. and on the ships, I think it's true too. This story's true. On the Navy ships, my dad was in the Navy. He was a Navy champion swimmer. He beat guys that come back from the Olympics. But on the old Navy ships, the toilet was a row of, you know, it was a bench with a row of holes for you to sit on, whatever. and the water would from outside would come rushing through a trough underneath these, and so the water would come through and everything just wash right out the back end of the ship when you use the bathroom there in the ship, you know. And so the guy up at the head end where the water's coming in, he'd take a wad of toilet paper and ball it all up and light it on fire and throw it down in that trough and watch all the guys down the line pop, woo, as that fireball went through the toilet and burned all their asses. That's what I'm going to do to Cape Pro and Toby and Shelly and all them. I'm going to put them on one of these old Navy toilets and and show them what the blaze is. Burn their asses. Should strap them down so they can't get up. And I heard it was Toby that tells people nasty things about untrue things about people, like that somebody threatened to kill 2 people and stuff like that. And that's the other thing. The person that told me that seemed to have left my Forrest Fenn group. And so, I don't know. People tell you, oh, we're going to do this and that. And none of it happens. But Forrest will come through. I can't convince myself that I haven't completed it. I can convince myself that I have, but I can't convince myself that I haven't. I've like the judge says, I've got all the evidence. None of them have any evidence. The stuff people that can see the stuff that I see on the canyon walls, they say, damn, that's good, that's great, that's perfect, that's exactly what's in there. The Buffalo Cowboy car. Anybody else got a Model A that look like the Buffalo Cowboy car? Anybody else got a major part from that ties with the bullet hole Model A? Nobody else has gotten an A. You all got Fs. Y'all got Fs. Yeah. These last couple of weeks, never know who sneezed on their steering wheels before I got their vehicle. Yeah, I know. Yeah, you want to clean them all. First thing you do when you clean the door handle, the steering wheel, the hood latch. And you know what? You don't have to use rubbing alcohol, Whoopi. You can use gasoline. I know that kills the coronavirus too. Because the word wood has the letter D at the end. And the Buffalo Cowboys car was in the wood. Now that just reminded me that the last 4 lines of the poem all end with D. So are those 4 things I have to have? Possibly. I don't know. I think I got them. I think I got everything. Well, how could he? There's the coins. And the frog. There it is. Good, cold, wood, gold. That's good wood, cold gold. that makes sense, huh? Cold wood cold. He's moving around, but they each have that D on the end. And the Buffalo Cowboy car was in the letter D. When you look on Google Earth and the word wood, like some UFO making a crop circle, wrote the word wood in the forest. that means any trees in the writing were gone, knocked down, cut down, like the lumberjack. That's why Forrest Fenn says that Bill Gorman's pretty good with an axe, because I'm the guy with the axe. You know? And he told that to Seattle Sullivan, and Seattle Sullivan, I'm not going to come visit you. Forrest told me you're good with an axe. I've never discussed axes with Forrest. I've used propane. I don't even burn wood. Must work on anything. It takes gas to restore things. Yeah, I want to make a wood stove that has a boiler in it for you. So my plan is you put the wood stove outside the RV, and you got a boiler in it that heats up the water, and you connect that to the RV's heaters, like the radiator heater, so possibly it can keep the engine warm in winter, and you can run the heater of the RV instead of burning propane, and all you're doing is burning wood outside. And so then it's safe because you're not going to burn your RV down, and you're heating with hot water. But you could also take the steam from that boiler rig and run it through a impact wrench. That the nut driver on the impact wrench is on an electric generator, and make electricity with steam coming from the same wood stove boiler. Thanks. Why does he say the person who finds is the one who can't keep it quiet? I'm not keeping it quiet, am I? Because when you find this, it's so amazing. You realize it's Atlantis stuff, and that Plato talked about this valley in his Timaeus or whatever, about the story about Atlantis. When he wrote about Atlantis, that Atlantis had a large rectangular valley surrounded by high mountains and covered with crystals. That's the San Luis Valley. That's this valley here. It's sacred to all the Indians around, and even Ancient Aliens calls this the Valley of Portals, because the Indian stories say that aliens came out of the mountains. The white people, black people, and brown people came from inside the earth here. And people that came from inside the earth here would know how to cut any kind of rock. Copper tubing, 1.5 inch wrapped around stove chimney, out to where needed, motors and turbines. Yeah, you just use the car's heater core hooked up to it, and the heat blowers that are already in the RV here. That would keep this place nice and toasty. Axe away. Chop, chop. Jack, Jack. Is that a lumberjack? Jack didn't come in yet either. He hadn't been at since the last time I went to the door there. But he ate his whole bag of treats, and I can't get any more till tomorrow. At least that's a Tractor Supply, and it's not a busy store. Yeah. And you know, he talks about the pirates and stuff. He talks about Captain Kidd and things. And my thing, find a substitute. Substitute Long John Silver. And Long John Silver says, you know, and he's looking at this rock with two holes through it and stuff. He says, if those be his eyes and that be his nose, why the nose to the toes points the way to the treasure. And that was in the 1950 Long John Silver movie. And what's in the movie? Long John Silver and a 12-year-old boy in the Captain Kidd movie too, you know. So that's when French apples are a clean plate. What do you, I don't know what you're talking about there. We haven't bit the apple here. Where was that one apple? It was on the wall here. Where'd it go? Can't find it. Find the gorilla? No. I missed whatever anybody said. Yeah. Watch the old Long John Silver's movies, and he talks about important literature. Well, the movie A Farewell to Arms, the movie For Whom the Bell Tolls, and the Broadway play of Catcher in the Rye all starred Gary Cooper. Gary Cooper was in all of them. And Gary Cooper is just the reverse of like Cary Grant, CG or GC. Swiss Family Robinson, yeah. When Swiss Family Robinson, that movie came out, I was a kid, and we watched it like 8 times at the local theater. We just stayed and didn't leave in between showings. And we went back. We watched that movie like 12 times one day. He scratched at the door. Yeah, and when he says now if it's in his will, and you got to go in and sign contract papers and all that to pick up the chest after he's passed away, you don't need to bring your friend in to sign the papers and get it out of the vault. Your friend probably isn't allowed to go in the vault with you to get it. You know, because if it's like at the museum, you go there and they take you to it, and you can't bring the classroom with you. The grinder's kind of jammed. Oh, and I got a GoPro. I ain't used that in a long time, and the reason is I mainly use it on the drone. I took the magnet off the back that I just put a magnet in your hat. Put a magnet in your hat, and you can just stick the camera to your hat. You know. So I guess I could put it down here closer to my eye view. But then when I look down, it's going to swing up. I don't know. It's hard to know what it's pointing at or what you're recording when you do that. But they turn out pretty decent videos. Right. That's my tea. Uh, Captain, the movie T1. T Terminator 1? I guess that's a Swiss Family Robinson Treehouse at Disney. So I've never been there. Yeah, there is. I've been on that thing. I've probably been in that treehouse a dozen times. When I was in the Navy, when I was down in San Diego, Disneyland was a 100-mile drive. So it was like an hour away. I had a Camaro and convertible Camaro. Yeah. Back then, no one checked. You just stay in there. and you know the great big ones, the new ones they have with 24 theaters and stuff. You pay to go to one of them, and when you come out of there, you go into another one. You plan it all out before you go to the first one. You look at the show times, and okay, go see this one, and then that one, and then that one. Used to do that down at Disney World, at downtown Disney. They had a 24 theater thing. Leonard Skinner, simple man. I've seen Leonard Skinner before the plane crash with Edgar Winter, Rick Derringer, Ronnie Montrose, and Santana. I think it was. Pretty sure Santana was there. And yeah, it was Leonard Skinner that opened up. Day on the Green. I think it was like 77. I shouldn't have gone here. Falling off the wagon. Yeah. You got the Bud Light virus if you fell off your bar stool. Yeah. That's how you know somebody has the Bud Light virus. They fell off their bar stool. I know I shouldn't have gone here. Chromaki. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm wearing the wrong hat. There we go. There we go. You'll feel better now, comrade. I know Forrest Finn colluded with Nikolai Fechin in Moscow. Yeah. And Jack's barking at the door. How long we been on? 1.5. It's my birthday party. What the heck? Three Dog Night. Yeah, I had those albums all when I was Three Dog Night and the Johnny Winter and Isle of Wight and Bad Company. I seen Bad Company twice. I seen them at the Stapleton Airport after they closed down. They had concerts out on the tarmac. You know, can't use runways. Miles, I have a big concert out here. It was a Free Skull concert. And Foreigner backed out right when they were supposed to come on. Oh, it's raining too much for us. My parents had a chance to move for us. Oh, that really sucks. Illinois. Are there any women in your country that pee on America's rich ones? They only pee on the rich women, or oh, yeah. No, that's disgusting. You only find American women that piss on people, like K-Pro. Yeah, she pisses on me every day. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I knew you were talking about that. Somebody, I shared someone. Bing, 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 bong, bong, bing, bing. Or um, and it says benchmark maps, right, in the back of the book, right? Well, on the map, you know what a benchmark looks like, right? The benchmarks is an X, except Forrest, he's going to change that. I don't like that. In my dictionary, a benchmark is a picnic table. Is a roadside rest is a benchmark. Don't you have lots of those on your map? And each of these things, he wants you to find these things that are written on the canyon walls. A lot of them are at a roadside pullout or roadside rests and things like that. The one drawing that's in where did I put it? No, not right there. No, it's right here on this side. I know where it is too. The Ben Stahl, that painting. That painting by Ben Stahl is right next to Treasure Falls. So what's painted on here, except it's reverse. See, this boy is climbing up and the girl's laying on top. And you see the elephant head here, the eye and the trunk. Okay. when next to Treasure Falls, it's the girl climbing up to kiss the boy. And so Ben Stahl got that idea from the rock formation right next door to Treasure Falls. And a hint of Treasures Old and New is Treasures bold. With my treasures bold, treasure is on the map. It says Treasure Mountain. Treasure Mountain Trail. And so this Ben Rockwell got his stuff from the canyon wall. So did Ben Stahl. And that is a mammoth head that she's laying on. He's climbing up. That's the elephant. The trunk. See if I find that picture quick. I got tons of pictures, so sometimes it's hard to find a one picture. So, like even these formations, I have 60,000 pictures. I have like 15,000 of my art things made, or you know, all I gotta do is print them. I don't have them all printed. I've printed probably 20 different ones out of 15,000. What I call it? Yeah, and people, you know, what Double Blazes come from. He was Forrest Fenn. And it's 2 F words. When he says think inside the box, think maybe when he's inside the box. They haven't put him in the box yet, have they? So when they put him in the box, think inside the box. I had them. I don't know where that art picture is. The picture of the with the matches that Ben Stahl painting. That's one his wife wanted, I think. Or is that the one he gave his wife and he still calls it his? It's still his? Well, here's Osiris. Oh, jeez. Okay, I'm going to show you Osiris. That's Osiris sitting there holding his penis. And you see the water rushing by right in front of him. He's sitting on the ledge there holding his penis. You don't see him? He's right here in the middle. There's his head. There's his nose. There's an eye, another eye, mouth. And there, he's holding his penis right here. That's his penis. And this is his girlfriend back here. Here's her face. And she's laying down. Here's her butt with her legs in the air. And there's his legs. So this guy, he's sitting there holding his penis. That's Osiris. Oh, let's see what one's next on here. So, and you see, there's Osiris down there. That's him right there, the raw picture. That's Osiris sitting there in the river or in the creek. He's sitting there holding his wee-wee, and look, it's the canyon where there's only room for the water. Only room for water to come through. That was a hard picture to get. You can almost fall in there. There's see in the chapter, there's the hand, the George Washington hand. There it is there. And there it is there. Doffing his hat. Who crossed the line? Forrest or I did showing Osiris's penis. Show me your bananas. Fanatic one. Are you the 10-foot searcher? Choose your blaze wisely. If you ain't the lead dog, the scenery never changes. That's the stout-hearted man. Supposed to be. No, that one's not. Is it? Yeah. No, that's the. Yeah, it is. He's up there. A little triangle thing. Where? What's the little triangle thing where? I didn't see a triangle thing. Yeah. Your effort will be worth the cold. He says Moses was an important figure. Right? And who played Moses? Right there, Charlton Heston. From my cold dead hands. He told Ralph Lauren he was taking it with him. There's my elephant, my mammoth parade. You see this elephant and his trunk comes down, curls up right here. There's another elephant laying here. The other elephant right there. This is parade of mammoths. And I think, come on, phone. I think Jack will come in this time. I ain't got no treats to bait him. What painting? That was a photograph. The Mammoth Parade? That's a photograph. I was flying my drone there yesterday. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, no treats. No treats. Here's the empty bag. No treats, Jack. Yeah, I did eat Angus burger. How's my tea? Yeah. All right. Enjoy your dinner there. Let's go back to the pictures. So yeah, this ain't a photo. This is a photograph. It ain't a painting. Kind of, you think I'm that talented to paint something like that? There's Jack right there. So there's a. Oh my goodness. My master is demanding that I give him some water, so I'll be right back. Need water? Is that what you were all begging for, huh? There you go. Now, he will drink the whole bowl and then beg for more. Oh. Go back here. Okay. Don't interrupt me again, Jack. Oh, what was this? Colorado. The Buffalo Cowboys here, right? Yeah. Colorado Buffaloes. Brave it in the wood. Oh, I guess it's going alphabetical order. These are in the wood related. There's the bunny rabbit in the rabbit hole. That I took this picture like 5 minutes before I found the Buffalo Cowboy car. The magic rabbit. This is could be Brown's cabin. Albert Brown. Look, he was one of the outlaws. Hung out with Butch Cassidy and stuff. He had a hideout near Summitville, and this could have been his hideout near Summitville. Nobody knew where it was, whatever. But there was this and a corral, like, they do the same thing, make corrals, pile of sticks. But that was a neat little hike. It's neat going up there. J.A., you get it? Yep. How deep is a hole? There's only one elephant in this. Yeah. And his elephant, the one about the elephants, most are stomping on the ants while the elephants run by. That was after I came out with Willie Mammoth. After I started wearing the elephant mask, he said that. You see, there's two. It looks like two gravestones, right? Beat of the drum and whoop of the dance. See, this is another Forrest fan. Beat of the drum and whoop. Here's the guy beating on the drum, and here's the guy dancing over here. You know, it's like things from his stories are on these canyon walls. Try the wheel. The wheel in the Buffalo Cowboy car has a Colorado Sea in it. Same with the Red Sea. Poultry in order for the clueless. I wrote this someplace a few years ago, and maybe you'll think it's worth remembering. Imagination isn't a technique, it's a key. And so, what can you see in this, ancient artwork? She didn't know you were there? You talking about John Holmes still, Jay? I think I did a couple of those. Imagination it's key. It isn't a technique, it's a key. Find a good looking rock. Rock Hudson there. His first movie was Peggy. Forrest Fenn's wife is Peggy. It was a 1951 movie, right about when Forrest and Peggy were in high school. See, way up on top of this is the stout-hearted men guy laying right up there. There's his feet. And there he is laying on his back with his elbow back, looking up in the sky. That's where that's the stout-hearted men. But there's all kinds of other stuff going on in these rocks too. See, if you found if you're looking at the blaze and you got to quickly look down, then you must have been looking up to see the blaze. The blaze is somewhere up. And if you found the blaze, look down. Yeah, Rock broke. Rock Hudson. Yeah. He was in the movie Peggy. That's on YouTube. You can go watch it after you're done this. Marvel gaze with all the stuff going on in that picture. And all these pictures is the pictures of the rocks, and the computer paints it. There's no intentional anything. It's all what the computer paints, what it sees on the rock. There's an omnificent guru. That picture was a total accident. I intended for people to see my face. I didn't know that the sun was going to do that. You see this one? I've got one with them closer together. No, it's not there. You see the imagination in that? This rock here is doing the same thing he's doing there. There you go, look up there. I got 100 places to look. And this is a pinyon tree. Oh, Whoopi's not here. It's a pinyon tree. It grows pinions on it. It's the pinyon tree. Nobody got that one? Nobody got that one? J.A., you know what a pinyon tree is. He's going to pee on Jack. No, I'm not going to pee on Jack. Is my stream stopped or what? Oh, you finally got the pinyon tree thing, huh? Okay. I'll go to the next picture then. Heck with that. I can keep my secret where. This is where I was. This is right next to the Mammoth Parade, and you see this face here, right? This guy with his nose and his eye. He's got a little goatee going. Yeah, and there's faces in this rock. And there's another one up here. See him? The eyes and the mouth. There's another guy back there. That's where I was flying my drone. There's an Indian here with a dark feather sticking out of his head. There we go. Here's how you find where the treasure is. Anybody try that? Opinion? An opinion is an opinion from an Irishman. That's how you find the treasure. What stamp? What stamp? It's not a stamp. So in the Roosevelt, missing teeth would have to be kissed. 100%. It was written that way. Yeah, a Fenny board. Yeah, I got a happy birthday from Fenny Bones too. That's just the poem with the stout-hearted men guy up here, and the stout-hearted men. The guy is wearing dark pants because he went down the slide. This is a stout-hearted men song. And that's in the movie New Moon. I drink to that. There needs to be a fan anonymous prayer with a 9-step program. Yeah, once I have the treasure, everybody will probably run. They'll never see anybody again. Oh, this is I dreamed I had been reincarnated as Captain Kidd and went to Gardiner's Island looking for the treasure. It scared me so bad I was jarred awake and didn't remember whether I found it or not. Is the blueprint of how it works? The architect, the blueprint. There we go. They call. He's still blind. That's what he said about that picture. And this ends right at Fenn's Totem. That's where I camp over in this spot over here. I camp right there at the end of that rainbow. And this is the canyon here. You see the canyon going through there. And it goes up here and it goes up the mountain, goes all the way up around the corner to a lake. And you see it's a double rainbow. You can see the other. And you see that's where I camp right there. Somebody else camped there at that time, but that's where I camp. But who knows when that'll open. Now that one there is too much, following Lewis and Clark. You got to find a substitute for Lewis and Clark. John C. Fremont, the Pathfinder. He was known as a Pathfinder. Yeah, it's boondocking. It's great boondocking. Come on out, J.A. I'll show you where to boondock. So John C. Fremont, he was a Pathfinder. I was born and raised in Fremont, California, so I know a lot about Fremont. Except I didn't know he was actually a cannibal. They got stuck in the snow out here, trying to find a route for a railroad, and ended up they lost 120 mules, and then I guess the mules were all dead and stinking, and so they moved to another spot, and then they ran out of food because they didn't have any mule meat anymore, and 10 guys died and they got eaten. So Fremont was a cannibal, and that's another no place for the meat related to John Fremont. And this monument is in Florence, Colorado. I lived in Florence, Oregon before I came out here. Double blazes. Yeah, good map. No paddle up Fall Creek. Hey, but I remember I'm good with an axe. Forrest said I'm good with an axe, so you don't have to worry. 100 years down the road, 1,000 years, maybe 10,000 years down the road. It took me 15 years to write the poem, and this stuff's been there for 10,000 years. That's how he knows stuff would be there. You get it? Anybody get it? When they pulled the stool out, when the cow pulled the stool out from under him, he's upside down, and all he sees is these cow udders and cats. Fremont, Fremont, not Free or not Fairmont, Fremont. Forrest talks about Fremont too. And you see what I did is I replaced each of the pieces of each of the turquoise beads. There's the gypsies. There's the Biddy's boy. There's the father and son conversation. There's the drawing, the Ben Stahl painting. There's the Buffalo Cowboy car. There's the Clovis Point and the ribs of a mammoth. See, this is the mammoth head and his trunk coming down, and this is in his ribs. There's Moses. There's the teacher waking him up at his desk. There's the hand holding for whom the bell tolls. There's no paddle up your creek. I don't know what's in that one. Oh, that's the other one, the Rockwell boy here, and then the stout-hearted men here on the end. And I think the bottom here I had the drawings from the book. See, so this is what they match: the gypsies, that kid, that painting, this Buffalo Cowboy car, the Clovis Point and the ribs of the mammoth, the Moses, the teacher waking. Seeing that picture is funny because it came out just like, almost like this one. Yeah. And then the hand holding the bell for whom the bell tolls. The canoe, no paddle up your creek canoe. That boy, and the stout-hearted men. So so the ones in the bottom row match the one in the top row. I replaced art from the book or from his books or representative of it down on the bottom, and what I found out in the field on the top. Yeah, like that. Now I feel my father is sitting on the edge of a cloud somewhere, watching. If he knows everything about me, he's pretty busy lighting candles, some of them at both ends. But I hope he knows that I've been sometimes guilty only by innuendo, And that's why I wrote my epitaph with such profundity. I wish I could have lived to do the things I was attributed to. So my old Double Blazes is based on his father lighting candles at both ends. You know? Screenshot there, focus better. There you go, get it, J8. Yeah, go join my Forest Fen fanatics on Facebook, J.A. Oh, that carved rock. There it is, Double Blaze University. Burning the candle at both ends. And you see the middle fingers in here. These are the middle fingers in there. Let me show J.A. where to go here. I hate the freaking program pops. Every once a day, the program pops up. Hey, buy more from us. I hate those kind of programs. Can't stand them. Okay. Okay, so we'll use the phone itself to focus. No. Damn freaking phone. Believe that? Touch the screen, I lost the page. No freaking thing. God, why is it give me so much trouble? Computer, stay where I tell you to go. There. So that's how you find it on Facebook. You got to use the omegas when you search. If you don't use the omegas, you don't find the page. It's a secret Fen page. If you don't have the omegas in the name, then you can't find it. This thing just refuses to frickin' focus on my screen. That's pissing me off. It's intentionally doing it because I moved at different distances. So, Forest Fen fanatics. Good night, Chomsky. I guess the sun's just coming up over there in Russia right now, right? Oh, that's what I'm going to go watch Sean then. I didn't know he was, I thought I was subscribed. I search and nobody's on, so I come on. Okay. I'll call it quits. I'll go watch Sean too. That's why nobody's watching. Can't even have a little birthday party. It would steal my friends away. We'll see ya.